Every year there's a very special time in the F1 calendar when the Monaco Grand Prix arrives. And there's a very special time for F1 YouTube where every channel you've ever heard of makes a video talking about how to make the tight, slow Monaco Grand Prix track better. Look, I get it, you want to see some overtakes, you don't want to see the winner decided on a Saturday, fair enough. But also, I have had enough. I have seen too many of these videos. And so as a protest, I decided that I would make a version of Monaco which is much, much worse, to show people that maybe it's not so bad after all. Now, I could have put a map up on the green screen and talked about some changes, but that doesn't really prove anything, does it? No, I wanted to actually make these horrible changes real. And so I'm going to make this track in a racing sim and host a race on it. The most cursed race mankind has ever seen. One problem with that though, I have no idea how to make a track for a racing sim. But I do know someone who does. You may have seen Zooming Past's videos where he brings YouTubers' dream tracks to life. If you haven't, they are amazing, I would recommend it. I knew there was no one better for the job to bring my cursed creation to life. So I gave him a call. Come on, answer the call. Ah! Mr. Zooming, I need your help.
Who is this?
I need your help to make the slowest, tightest, least fun version of Monaco that YouTuber's ever seen.
How did you find me on Discord? I'm kinda scared.
After we got over a small misunderstanding where he thought I was some kind of stalker or something, we agreed to work together and bring this track to life.
So am I gonna get paid for this?
Oh no, there's some kind of connection issue with Discord. Where's the leave button? Zooming Past will handle the actual 3D modelling of this track, whereas I am in charge of the decoration and hosting the very first Monaco non-Prix. With the dream team assembled, we got to work on making the most cursed creation you have ever laid your eyes on. And so to make up for that, this video is sponsored by one of the best things you've ever laid your eyes on, the MrV'sGarage.com store. If you fancy some beautiful racing-inspired merchandise, check it out. We've got subtle shirts, not so subtle shirts, hats. Does your car go vroom vroom? No? You should probably get that seen to then. Head to the link in the description to check it out. And remember, if you're a YouTube member or Patreon supporter, you get 10% off. Want to give Tighty here a new home? You can help out my mascot friends over at MrV'sGarage.com. Now, back to the video. Before we could start making the worst version of the Monaco Grand Prix track, we needed a plan on how to ruin a track that's already not great. I realised that the best way to do this would be to find all the reasons that people complain about this track, but instead of trying to fix them, just push them even further than real life. Too tight, we'll make it tighter. Too slow, we'll make it slower. Can't overtake, you just wait until I unleash my secret weapon, and then you'll truly see what a single file track looks like. One thing I would like to bear in mind though is this does still need to be a race. Obviously, we could make a track that's one car width wide the whole way around, or just a straight line from the grid to the finish line, but then it wouldn't be a race. That sounds more like a roller coaster or something. Well, actually, no, that sounds kind of fun. As awkward or difficult as it may be, it still needs to be possible, not likely, just possible to make an overtake around here or set a competitive quali lap, so we can still technically call this a race. And so we had a little meeting to plot our ideas against track design.
What? Wait, where is he?
I'm here. Oh, I've got the whiteboard. Oh. Let's talk Monaco. So, turn 1, Sandoval. Any ideas?
Well, everyone just crashes on the outside wall, so why not just make it narrower so they crash even more?
Is anyone going to survive?
Sometimes.
Turn 5, Mirabeau, the top one. It's just a kind of a normal corner with some runoff. What are you thinking?
See, I don't like runoff as a concept. I think people just lock up, make a mistake, turn around and just get back in the race. It's almost too fair. I want them to pay. You lock up, you pay. Into the sea you go.
Wait, into the sea? You do know the sea's not up that way, right?
I'll make it work. Write it down.
So, turn 6, at the hairpin. I had an idea for this one already. I've sent you a picture on Discord.
Oh no. Oh no. Have you ever made a track before? Do you realize how difficult this is?
Nope. So, swimming pool section here turns 13 to 16. I would say this is actually the best part of the circuit. You get those nice camera shots, the cars close to the barriers. It's kind of fun, it's kind of tricky. Considering it's so good, I'd say we just skip this whole thing.
What do you mean?
I mean, skip it.
Jump the pool?
Jump the pool.
I think you might be jumping the shark as well.
What do you mean? There's no sharks in the pool. Start finish straight. People might try and get an overtake down here. I don't like that. No overtakes around this track. I sent you a picture on Discord. We have these things all over London. No one is overtaking through these.
Are you sure it's a good idea?
With the plan in place, it was time for us both to get to work on our equally difficult tasks. Okay, a little bit of graphic design. Sounds quite nice, actually. This whole track design thing is not that bad. Let's maybe get some Mr. V turquoise in there. Ooh, lovely stuff. I guess we'll just cover over this. I wonder how zooming past is getting along with his bit. Advertising banner. I guess let's get one of these in there. Oh, lovely stuff. Oh, look at this. I must have made like 50 images. I definitely pulled the short straw here.
Okay. It's done.
I sent zooming past all the new graphics of the track, he added them in, and then sent it back. The most cursed piece of track design ever to grace Race Department. Let's take a look. The start-finish line is pretty much as normal, but there is this wall around pit exit to keep people in line and minimise on fun, and there's this bollard. But we'll get back to that in a second. Sandoval has had a minor reprofile with this new wall on exit. Expect quality laps to be slower, and the lap 1 pile-up is going to be, it's going to be spectacular. Up the hill of Beau Rivage, we wanted to add a bit more challenge. Monaco obviously is famous for the harbour, so we thought why not bring the harbour to the hill with these lovely golf course style water traps. The Exeter Casino has this famous lump on the racing line, so we thought why not make it lumpier? Good luck. The runoff at turn 5 has been turned into a ramp as per zooming past suggestion. I can see how this will stop you getting back in the race, but pretty sure it doesn't go in the sea still, mate. Down to the hairpin, and Monaco's piece de resistance now has even more resistance. 360 degrees more. And a massive cheeseburger on top. Mr. Pass did have free reign to add some of his subscriber suggestions, so yeah. Check out his video if you want to see all the other secrets he's added to this track. There's quite a lot. Portier is the corner where Sergio Perez famously crashed out in Q3 and red flagged the session in 2022. If a Red Bull parked here can ruin one session, well then a permanent Red Bull here can ruin every session. Entering the tunnel looks normal at first, but you start to get a weird feeling through here. You may notice that the walls tighten ever so slightly as you make your way through, and by the end of it, it's only 1 car width wide. In theory, it tightens on the normal racing line, so nothing should change around here. Unless you want to get side by side of another car, that is. The Nouvelle Chicane has the same treatment as Beau Rivage with a lovely new water trap to stop people cutting and staying in the race. In this version of Monaco, you have to live for your mistakes. In a very damp way. And then, the showstopper. Version 1 of this was a normal kicker ramp, but we very quickly found out that Assetto Corsa, it doesn't handle cars in the air very well. Splash Mountain, as I like to call this, pretty sure that trademark's available, right? It was the next best thing. You may notice that the normal route is still there, but we've reprofiled it with a couple more barriers to make sure it's definitely slower than the ramp. Cowards don't win races. And then finally the main straight. You saw that bollard on the start-finish line, and it's not the only one. Perhaps my idea of a gate was a little bit too harsh, but these still have the intended effect of making it almost impossible to overtake down here. Only almost though. And that's the track. As I said, there's a lot of hidden details around the place, so check out Zooming Past video in the description down below if you'd like to see more. Just looking around this track is one thing, but I wanted to find out if it was actually as cursed in a race as we had planned. We quite quickly found out the Assetto Corsa AI had some minor difficulties with the line around here. So instead, I put out a call for races in the first ever Monaco Non-PRIX event. No point just torturing zooming past for this, may as well torture some of you guys as well. Racers were given the track about 24 hours in advance to get a little bit of practice in. And then, on Sunday the 13th of October, I hopped on a YouTube livestream to show the world what we had made. 6 lights, and away we go. I'm heading back to the pits. And we are getting out there for the first ever Monaco Non-Prix. Ignore the fact that I can't see shit. Okay, we have had a pileup. We have had a pileup down at turn 1. It's entirely not surprising, quite frankly. But Rob here has got away cleanly for the first lap. This is looking solid. And quite frankly, he's putting some distance between himself and P2, it looks like. Yeah, this is P3, which means P2 ahead. And P3's gone into the back of Sergio Perez. Sergio Perez parked here in the entry to the tunnel, and he's taken out P3. So we have Quanti here as our P2. And that's the overtake for the lead. There was a crash. There was a crash coming out of the tunnel as it tightens. I can't believe we have an overtake for the lead in this race. That's more than real life Monaco. So really, which one is the bad version? P2 navigating backmarkers down there into Sandoval. The backmarker has disappeared. They saw Nico Rosberg's face and they decided they are out. Zooming past, creator of this map is in P4 with 6 laps to go. Let's ride on board with our map creator, and he's immediately found a car facing the wrong way by the casino. Disastrous. Look at the look in his eyes. That is despair. We're going to keep an eye on the ramp here, and our P2 has spun coming down the ramp. Disastrous for Leolia. Oh my god! And zooming past up into the podium places, was taken out by P10 in an incredibly impressive somersault, I have to say, which means we now have a fight, guys, for the back of the podium. Falcon with the overtake for P3, zooming past. Oh my god! In such a promising position to take home strong points here at the non-prix of their own creation. And a backmarker takes them out over the ramp. It's such bad luck, but that is motor racing, my friends. This is the fight we came to see. This for the final place on the podium, zooming past with a dive bomb. Oh my god, the dive bomb over the ramp, but sadly it has not worked. Disastrous, and back to the pits. I think podium chances are all but over for zooming here. Okay, we are going to go back with our race leader. It is still Quanti coming around the corner to begin their final lap of the Monaco Grand Prix. Non-Prix for legal reasons. Monaco Non-Prix for legal reasons. This really is a lap of honor. Past the Strollwasser signs, past Nico Rosberg's beautiful, beautiful face. Some say he looks like Patrick Bateman. Some say it. I'm not saying it, I'm just saying that some say it. Under the sign for MrVsGarage.com, where you too can pick up a limited edition bucket hat, such as this one. Overtaking P3, lapping P3 on the final lap. This is showing off at this point. And rounds the final corner. Quanti, round of applause. Does a little slalom through the bollards. Really just showing off for the spectators here in Monaco. Incredible scenes. Incredible scenes in the first annual Monaco Non-Prix. As I was commentating this event, I realized I was having a good time. Yeah, the track may have some quirks, but we had exciting racing, we had battles for podium positions, we had crashes out of the lead, all the excitement you could ever ask for in a Formula 1 race. Suddenly I had a thought. Maybe in my quest to ruin Monaco and prove all these YouTubers wrong, I had accidentally found the secret to making it amazing. Maybe in my attempt to end Monaco improvement videos, I've accidentally created the very thing I sought to destroy. But is that such a bad thing? If I create a fun racetrack, have I failed, really? If I go down in history as the person who fixed Monaco, I mean, I guess I could live with that. I had to know if I'd accidentally fixed Monaco. And so I hopped in a Discord call with some of the drivers from the race to ask their opinion once and for all. So guys, tell me honestly, what did you think? Have we made Monaco better?
No.
Give me my money back.
That made me feel physical pain.
Okay. So they were pretty rude about it. They could have been more diplomatic in their answer, but we got a clear response from our drivers. So it seems I did ruin Monaco after all. So, I mean, I've achieved the thing I set out to do. I guess a small part of me at the end there was hoping that I had fixed it. I was hoping that I was that guy who had solved it once and for all, but you know, this is what the video's about, so my feelings aren't hurt. They're not hurt. They're not hurt. It's fine. We ruined it. That's what we set out to do. I didn't want to fix it anyway. Whatever. So what did we learn from this? Well, what did we learn from this? Well, I guess we reinforced that narrow, slow racetracks do make for pretty awkward racing in Formula 1 cars. And considering the physical geography of Monaco, it's hard to get anything else going on around here. But I guess on the other hand, we have to remember that we are talking about it. For all its flaws on Sunday afternoon, every year we somehow get excited for the Monaco Grand Prix. Maybe there's something else special about this event. Maybe just the location, the atmosphere, this display of the aspirational luxury lifestyle is enough to make the Monaco Grand Prix worth it. Maybe we can start to judge this event for more than just what happens on a Sunday and look at the Monaco Grand Prix weekend as the cultural milestone that it is. Maybe that's enough. But then again, maybe that's a bit too nuanced of a take. This is YouTube after all. I need something flashy and pessimistic to end the video with. Let me think. Monaco bad, Spa 24 times a year. Please and thank you. Goodbye.